Quite frankly, he's amazing. All of you in attendance are the true backbone of our great country, hardworking, God-fearing, rock and roll patriots. Bob is truly one of the greatest entertainers of our time. Let's all continue to love one another, fight for our God-given freedoms, and most of all, let's make America rock, 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 rock. Let's make America rock again. Have a wonderful time tonight. God bless you, and God bless America.
We the people, and all we do, reserve the right to scream, fuck you! Wear your mask, take your pills, now a whole generation's mentally ill. A cold stream is coming to town. We gotta act quick, shut the borders down. Joe Biden does the media embraces. Big doctors and it all us racist. Fuck Facebook, fuck Twitter too, and the mainstream media. Fuck you too, 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 too. Inflation's up like the minimum wage, so it's all the same. Ain't a damn big change. You piece of shit, I don't see color. Black lives matter, no shit, motherfucker. But we gotta keep fighting for our right to be free. And every human being doesn't have to agree. We all need rent, brother, listen to me. It's time for love and unity. Fuck CNN, fuck TMZ, and you social media trolls. Wow, you suck on D's, nuts. That's what's up. We're the people. If you're down with love, you wanna make things better. All we gotta do is just come together. Weather the storm, but take my hand. Follow my lead to the promised land. 'Cause we the people, we gotta unite. Follow that beat, time, God, and life. 'Cause I'm a hold this love, rock that bitch up and down the coast. I need somebody. I need anybody. I need everybody to scream. Cause it's all for one, and it's one for all.
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars, wasting tons of time on troubleshooting with attendees? If so, you
So, my son got me this weird new tool for Father's Day. And at first, I thought it looked kind of crazy.
What's the difference between a service animal and
Right there. You can't hear me, Joe? You're sick? Yuck. No. I'm sorry, Joe. That sucks. Okay, I feel like I got too many fucking lights on. Give it a minute. It'll mellow out here. Well, howdy, everybody. I started early because I picked way too many songs. I am a woman. So, well, I think there's lots to talk about. Yank, I see you flipping me shit through the chat. Better fucking knock it off or I'm going to drag you up here by your ear. Don't think I can't. Because I'll just call the old lady, the other old lady, and she'll make you. Okay. So, how is everybody? Let's start at the top. Let's start at the tip. And I think Justine got the tip, which means she got the boobay. So lucky you, Justine. You got the booby. I hope you're here. Kai, how are you, darling? And Miss Anne. And Lays and Blaze. How are you, sir? And Mishka. My darling. And Illiterate. And Kate. How morning, darling. And Kaylin. And Donna. And Yank, of course, flipping me shit left and right. I seen it. And I know Fly's here because I seen him chit-chatting with Yank. Yep, that's what it was. And Harley. I seen Harley somewhere. Yeah, right there. Howdy, Harley. And Flatty. And I seen Sugar Britches. Where was she? And I really didn't start early. I just played music so that, it was out of the way. I mean, nobody had to listen. They could have went about their business till 5. I wasn't forcing them. So yeah, it was Fly. And Joe, how are you, ma'am? And Arby. I have a doctor question for Arby. And I think I said, howdy, Miss Flatty. Fatty. I didn't get to see all of Rick's live, and it sounds like I missed a good one. We want to see it, Yank. Let us see. We're going to need a nurse's note to get out of it. I'm just saying. I don't know that I need to make me big, but I guess I will. I need to dye my hair really bad, so don't look too close. That cracked me up, buddy. I fucking laughed so hard. You were such a good sport about it. You're eating something, but then I can hop on stream. Right on, Arby. Thank you. Howdy, Joe. Ziegler. Is that how you say it? I had a doctor whose name was Siegler. It was with an S on the Z. Thank you, illiterate. Yeah, it definitely needs dyed. It's got some growth to it. I am glad you're all right, though, Yank. So did you catch it right in the eye, Yank, or like to the side? Please tell me it was to the side and not in your eyeball. Yank's as bad as me at getting hurt. Like, constantly taking one for the team. It's pronounced Siegler in Germany. Oh. Hey, Bobby. What's up? Right in the fucking pupil. Are you serious? Can you see out of it? Oh my God, Yank. Jeez. That's crazy. I'm glad you didn't lose your eye. I'm hoping you can see out of it. So, what do I know? Besides, of course, what the fuck's going on with the war. It all sounds absolutely fucking ludicrous. I cannot believe that he's. I wonder who's talked him in Biden into going over there, because he didn't go. I should go over there. That'd be a really good idea. Don't y'all think I should like go hang out there? Oh, Yank. Man, I hope it's all right. I'm so sorry for flipping your shit on it. The trip got canceled. Fuck that. Go, motherfucker. He needs to go, and he just needs to take both sides with him. The whole fucking slew of them. Take them all. Well, he was supposed to go to Israel, flight crew. Hi, Alexis. How are you? No, even Jordan. Take them all. They're politicians, Arby. Get it through your thick skull. They're fucking politicians. Every last one of those dirty cocksuckers. I'm so glad you guys are here. I know, like, there's penalties for, us all being together or something. I don't know. I'm definitely not making fun. I'm not quite sure of the rules, and I'm having a hard time figuring out the whole YouTube etiquette thing. So I have to tell you, I just kind of gave up and went, okay, I can't. I don't want to play the game. Thank you, Sugar Britches, for putting everybody in. I'll bet it is fucking painful, Yank. Man. Yeah, I do think they should just send a whole lot. Can't we just do that? I mean, don't we? We the people. So let's just vote on it and just do it. I give up on my flag being straightened out because I had it upside down and then somebody thought it was a French flag or some shit. I don't know. So now I put it back here and say, yep, there you go. Just like that. Are you missing anybody's channel? Did you get Harley Dad, Sonny? And you got Bobby's. You were hot on that. Thank you, darling. And you know who else? We need to make sure to get Kai and Wasp. I can put some of them in too. Bobby, you'll like Harley. Oh, she did drop yours. Okay. She on it. Hey, Missy. How are you, darling? So, it sounds like they canceled Biden's trip. That fucking sucks. I don't understand why they do that. Thought the whole idea of him going over there was, to get rid of him. I mean, to help. You got a shower, Bobby? Really? You're driving, Missy? It's okay. Bobby's showering. He's distracted too. I can just imagine how much. And Miska's channel. Yes, definitely. I'm trying to think who else has a channel that they actually, if you don't put out stuff that's, you probably don't want us posting your channel, but if you do, neck deep in honey on the nest. I agree. But I think we can't just stop with him. I think it's got to be all of them together. Like all of them. Don't be politically motivated or I'm going to throw you in the barrel. I'm fucking fed up with the politicians. No, I don't. There's got to be a better way. There's just got to be. Just dealing with my HOA and watching how all that works, the politics in it all. Dude, I don't have the fucking patience for that shit. Because I don't got a good mouth, as you can tell. I have a really hard time holding back. I've probably held back in the last couple months more than I've held back in the last 30 years. Oh, I fucking hate HOAs. I'm telling you what. Biggest pain in the ass. Tell me when and where I can get the key to the storage area. I pay for that son of a bitch. Pisses me off. But we finally got the key, so let's try not to do much bitching. No, I like bitching, but and I got not to talk about my RV too much yet, but I hate to tell you guys, I really do believe I'm going to split this channel up in the sense of on certain days it's going to be RV day. Because I got to tell you, I really don't want to start another fucking channel. It's the biggest fucking pain in the ass and the hardest thing to keep up to date. If I can just do one, it's much easier. HOAs are un-American, about as fucking un-American as you can get. There's RB. RB got lots of good information. Howdy, sir.
Hey, hang on one second. I can't hear you. I think I need to fix my settings.
Oh, Alexis, I'm glad you think my bitching's adorable. I'm fairly certain Marvin doesn't think the same way.
Wow.
And what else? Where's my list? See, I came prepared. Fucking yank, thinking I didn't. Oh, the Dems wanting to bring 1 million illegals from Gaza. No. It ain't our monkeys. It's not. They don't need to come to our circus. No. See, Lexus is thinking I'm funny. I got a list. I do. I have a fucking list. And the whole Speaker of the House thing, how's that going to go over? RB, is it still not working?
I'm going to be back in a second. I'm going to restart my computer real quick. I don't know what's going on. It's not recognizing some of my devices, so I apologize.
Okay.
I will be right
No,
back.
it's okay. No worries. So yeah, the other thing was regarding the Dems and them sending over 1 million. I don't understand. I know we're not bulging at the seams. However, I got to tell you, when I go to fucking town, it feels like it. But right now, we are so far in debt and fucking we don't know our ass from the hole in the ground. The last thing we need is more fucking people. Oh, good. I'm glad you put Tony's in there. Toby G. Did you do that on purpose, Sugar Riches? That's fucking hilarious. Don't you dare change it. That's funny shit. America first, exactly. I don't want anybody coming here. I don't care if they're from and I know it sounds mean. Arby has this channel with nothing on it. Hollis, howdy. I was watching a random interview with a guy from New York who left for Florida. He mentioned seeing Chinese tanks behind a blocked out fence on 150 acres. He mentioned the government sold it to them. No doubt in my mind. And you'll notice that a lot of the places that China has bought is right next to some kind of military base, whether, it be fucking Air Force or whatever, Army, Navy, whatever. He said he had other witnesses. Exactly. We don't need anybody else's shitheads. Thank you, Alexis. Sure, autocorrect did that. Sugar Riches. Sure. That's fucking hilarious. They sure got quiet about the Chinese COVID labs they were finding in California. Yeah, what the fuck happened with all that shit? You can't watch anymore. Poke eye is literally so painful and exhausting on my other eye. I'll be listening in, just not chatting. Much love, everyone. Thank you, Yank, and I hope it feels better. Make sure you're taking ibuprofen. Hopefully they gave you the 800 milligram ones and you're not just having to pop 4 200s because that don't work as well. Right, Fly? Oh, man, I do hope you get better. I wish you'd have had on a pair of safety glasses or something. Not that that couldn't have broke and gone into your eye. You'll never come. It's too late. It's all about mass control. People talk about one world, new order, etc. That's a communism. That is all the literal definition of communism. Yeah, well, I gotta say, you ain't fucking wrong. So, did Jordan get speaker? Do we know? I'm curious. I got it. Oh, okay. Arby's coming on, so I don't have to. They gave me some kind of goop to squirt in it for pain. I had just taken my glasses off and poke. I'm an idiot. And they didn't give you any 800 ibuprofen. That blows me away. So, tell mommy to make it happen. I know she can. I'm coming, Arby. I mean, I'm not. I'm just smiling a lot, but. Howdy, sir.
What the hell? It's
No.
not
Well,
working again.
Now I see you. I hear you, but. We don't see your emoji, but I hear you. Do you hear me?
Why is it not recognizing any of my devices?
I gotta go look at Yank's picture.
I'm gonna try a different browser real quick.
Okay. Okay. I'm still here, guys. I'm just looking at Yank's pic from his owie. Give me 2 seconds here. I need to clean this computer again. Oh, Yank. Damn. Boy, Yank, you and Harley Dad would like each other's beards. Just saying. Okay, how do I move that over there? Okay. Hi, Damon. How are ya? New York Governor Hackle sold them their property, he said. Yeah, I could totally I'm telling you, it's just fucking corrupt shit. That's why I say all politicians. It can't just be just the Dems or just the I'm telling you, it's got to be both sides. They're all of them fuckers are dirty. Harley Dad did touch his beard, like he touches his hair. And you know what? Yank kind of does it, but not like Harley Dad like pets himself. He doesn't touch it. He pets it. Like fucking fucking. Can you imagine what he does in the bedroom with other things? Like it's a constant petting. Isn't it, Harley Dad? That's what you're doing. I just know it. I can see it now. I'm sorry. I'm a visual person. Yeah, Yank's got a beard a lot like her. Yeah, stroking the beard. Well, stroking something. I just think that, he does his beard while he's online because he'd look awful funny stroking other things. But something tells me, you know how men, like, they're constantly holding it? I don't know. I just have this feeling that he's petting it a lot. He'll never tell us it's okay. You don't have to. We already know. The fact that you won't tell us tells us everything we need to know, Harley. Okay. Sorry. I know we're supposed to be talking serious about war and shit, but I'd rather talk about the things that Harley strokes. It's connected. It is. It's totally connected. I'm sure psychology. I'm sure it's connected. Here's Harvey. Let's try it. You're muted.
Muted. There. Can you hear me now?
There you go.
I can hear
Yeah,
you.
I can hear you.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know why. My normal browser is like decided it doesn't want to work.
That is
Like,
really weird.
It usually works and it decided it doesn't. Yes, I have a webcam. It's covered up. That's why you can't see it. Not turning it on. It keeps trying to turn itself on.
It's okay. You don't have to turn on.
I'll set up a Baxter cam one day. Well, you can just like follow him around every time I'm on.
No doubt. There you go. He probably just lays around anyway, huh?
Yeah, and comes over and annoys me and like tries to climb on me and beg for treats and scratches and the usual dog thing.
Right.
But he's cute, so makes up for it.
He's definitely got personality.
Yeah, they like you, Baxter.
Oh yes.
Oh, how's it going?
Well, I'm here and we're doing a live. And as much as I really just want to talk about all the issues that I have with my RV, I made a show about this whole bullshit with Israel and Palestine. So I figured I better go with that.
It sounds lame.
I know.
But if it makes you happy.
Well, it doesn't. Like I said, I'd much rather talk about RVs, but that doesn't make the 30 people that are here happy. So there's only like 3 that'll actually listen. So, look.
You're talking to Arby, so it's close.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, what the hell? What the fuck is wrong now? Nothing's wrong now. What's wrong with you? Hi, Zitty Dan. How are you? Meldoba. Hi, ma'am. So yeah, the whole Israel Palestine. I mean, the last I heard, he was going over there, and now Bobby said they canceled it. So.
No, he's still going over there. He was supposed to go to Jordan first. Was the plan, and he was going to meet with the Palestinian Authority president or whatever he's called, Mahmoud Abbas. But Mahmoud Abbas, after this airstrike that happened on a hospital, he said he wouldn't meet with Biden. and Biden is still supposedly traveling to Israel. Is what I had seen.
Well, I think it's like I told Marvin, I've gotten to the point where it's so much shit that it's hard to dig into. Like, I already have a hard time going that deep into that shit to begin with. And they, like, the whole thing with the $6 billion and it being put on hold, or really is it? And who did it really fucking go to? And where did it go? And what did it, what did it go for? And, or did it even go? They're saying, no, it didn't. That kind of shit. And I think that's what they want. They want us all to be so confused. Like, I know you guys got all this shit down, but for the normal fucking person that doesn't sit and watch this shit all the time, we're confused.
Yeah, look, I follow geopolitics and I follow wars, but I happen to know more about this one because I, have family over there and I've been over there and I grew up with, Zionism and, Israel being a very important part of, growing up and, Judaism and religion for me. So I know a lot more about this conflict, but I agree with you. And I agree with like some of the things Yank has said in Discord about, how I think a lot of this is trying to manipulate us and get a certain outcome from us. Now, I personally think that there is a geostrategical reason to support the Israelis, but I don't think that necessarily means we should be fighting for them. I think we should make a lot of money selling them weapons. Mm-hmm. That sounds like a great idea to me. But just like I felt about Ukraine, that, you can...
Wait. You think it's a good idea to sell the enemy weapons?
Israel?
Oh. Well...
America has kind of supported both sides of this conflict over the years.
Yeah, I think we've had our nose where it shouldn't belong many, many times. That's about as far as I know, is that we really shouldn't be in this bullshit. It'd be like the neighbors over here arguing and me going and fucking getting in the middle of their shit. I got no business fucking there. And I'm sure that's what they'd tell me. Get the fuck out of here. We're arguing. Bye, bitch. That's kind of how I think it is with this.
I think there's a difference between actively being involved and puffing our chests and saying, hey, world, this is who we support. So you stay on your side and we'll stay on ours. Similar to how we did during the Cold War. Like, you can't deny the fact that there is a growing block of countries that are building with Iran behind a very anti-Western Islamist perspective. And they are allying with Russia and, through China. And you're getting a bipolar world forming where the US and Europe are, going to have a formidable ally of nuclear states, or a formidable enemy of nuclear states that, want to see us harmed. And so I do think that it is of the benefit to the United States, not necessarily to go fight someone else's wars, but to use our power and our, military strength to keep the world at a level of peace that allows society to continue to function and not fall apart into World War III.
No, I think I think that Biden going there is going to get us there. I think that's, and maybe I'm completely naive to the whole fucking thing, but I think that's part of what will get us in the middle of all this shit, is him going there, us fucking sending 2,000 troops, that whole thing. I just don't think we have any fucking business over there. What
do you define as having business in a place and, having a, like, I don't buy into this isolationist perspective if that's what you're getting at. Like, I think that's a really, kind of silly perspective on some level, because you can't close yourself off to what's going on in the rest of the world. That's how you end up with, horrible people taking over the world. I'm not saying we need to be intervening outside of our country, but we need to be part of the rest of the world. We're not isolated from the rest of the world, even though we have oceans between us. We can see that because of what's going on our southern border. I mean, yeah, you can put up a bigger and bigger wall, but eventually the problems of the rest of the world are going to impact us in some way or another.
I don't know. I just think here's my analogy. There's dog fights going on in your yard, and there's dog fights going on in your neighbor's yard. Are you going to jump the fence and go over and fix the neighbor's fucking dog fights? Or are you going to fix your dog fights? Because trust me, we got enough right here. That's my problem is I don't understand why we would ever stick our nose in the middle of it to begin. They were fighting just fine without us. What the fuck do we need to be in the middle of it for? That's what I don't get.
We've been in the middle of it since essentially the beginning. Like, we're not just showing up and getting in the middle of it now. America's been in the middle of European and world politics since the end of World War II.
I don't know. I feel like shit was mellowed out. Just when Trump was in office, we didn't have this shit going on. So
I'm not saying... Sorry. I'm not saying our government is good. I'm not saying these people have the best interest of individuals and, you know, you and me or whoever in mind. I think that, you know, a lot of the not war going on during Trump had a big thing to do with his personality and who he was, but it also had to do with, you know, the perception of America at the time. And I agree, Biden is a weak president who has, you know, shown the world that we aren't as strong as we used to be and that they can get away with shit. So people that don't understand, the people that only understand strength, you have to show them that you're strong.
Well, see, I know, but we're not. We're sending a retard over there to fight our battle. I mean, that's how I feel.
I mean, yeah, but American people did or didn't. They fucking voted for Biden, and Biden's our goddamn president for another 2. So it's getting out of office. But what the fuck else are we going to do in the time? The world goes on. It doesn't just, you know, go to bed at 4 o'clock or whatever because he's done with his ice cream for the night and he's sundowning.
Well, but just because you're, I just, that seems like the dumbest thing you could do is send the fucking retard to go deal with it. I mean, of all the people in the world, that's the one that of all the people in the United States, that's what I know. He's the president. I get it.
Sending him to solve anything. They're sending him to show Iran, you know, stay the fuck out of this place. That's why they're sending him. It's PR, exactly. They're not sending him so that he's not going to sit down and negotiate with anybody. He's going to walk up. They're going to do a presser where he's going to read some statement off of a teleprompter. Netanyahu's going to read some statement. They're going to shake hands. They're going to walk away. And that's the end of it. And the only people between Israel and America that are going to talk to each other are going to be the people below them that are in, like, you know, the State Department or wherever they actually run the goddamn country.
We don't have to fucking participate in nothing, David. Just because we're part of the world, we don't have to participate in nothing. Fucking Trump pulled us all out of all this bullshit. So we don't really have to participate in nothing. Am I wrong? I mean, I understand your whole thing is there's this thing of we've got to go there. It's sending him there because of the whole PR thing. But we really don't have to be in the middle of any of it. So I get that you're saying that this is kind of how it all rolls, but it doesn't have to roll that way. So for me, I just think that, you know, I think that people having the thinking like you have, Arby, is why part of the reason we're in this fucking situation. Because we don't get sick of it and say enough is enough, motherfuckers. We're done with this shit. We're not going to fucking go, okay, you go over there and fucking stick your nose in. And by all the means, go ahead and send 2,000 fucking idiots over there with you that are going to end up fucking who knows what, because look at what's going on over there. Now you're going to send 2,000 troops over there. I mean, it makes no sense. And these are troops that have not been trained like they should have been trained. Because let's not forget, the whole fucking military has went woke. So now you're going to send all these people over there that don't know what the fuck they're doing, and they're going to fight for what? They're going to fight for what? And don't forget, we're taking shitty pants with us. Makes no fucking sense to me. I will never see the right in it. I won't. I don't give a fuck if that's a PR move. I don't care. It's fucking stupid. Sorry. That's how I feel about it.
You're not getting any treats, Baxter. No.
What's up?
Hi, Harley Dad. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Well, I'm refreshed after having the grandson last night. So
Oh, that's awesome. But to
I'm glad
answer
you
your
called.
question, though, oh yeah, but I just want to answer your question real quick. Is yeah, we shouldn't, but it's what America does. America's been out of war what, like 15 years? The entire time we've existed, we've only had like 15 years of peace or some shit like that. So you got to feed that military-industrial complex and get fucking troops over there and get money, and yeah, it's fucking stupid, but it's what we do for some reason.
Well, I think it's time the American people stand up and go, no, we're not doing that fucking shit no more. And if it means we all
Yeah.
go fucking stand wherever and do it, then I guess that's what's got to be done.
Yeah. Because it's fucking the amount of money, like, especially like with Ukraine, we've already spent enough more money in Ukraine than we did the 20 years in fucking Afghanistan and Iraq. That's fucking insane. Like, it's so much money we're sending over there, and what's our fucking national debt? We're sending billions of dollars somewhere. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't
You
like
want to know
it
what the
at all.
difference between Israel and Ukraine is? All Israel needs is to be supplied weapons. It doesn't need those fucking 2,000 troops that are medical, support troops and whatnot.
Yeah.
All they need is somebody to supply them weapons. They have a functional military to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
So they need two things. They need somebody to supply them weapons and somebody to tell Iran and its powers that it controls, Syria, Hezbollah, the Muslim Brotherhood, Qatar, whatever, to stay the fuck out and let Israel do whatever the fuck's going to do, or
Well.
make a decision, tell Israel to back the fuck off and sit the fuck down. Because as much as you don't like that we are the prominent world power, we are. And if we
Yep.
aren't, then China is. And do you want to live in a world where China dictates how societies outside of it function?
Hell no. The strange thing to me about this whole thing is the fact that Israel has one of, if not the best fucking intelligence fucking agency in the world, and they didn't see this coming. Like, they were caught off guard. It just surprises the hell out of me.
I wonder, and I agree with people that have suggested that there may be a little bit of a false flag component to it. I think that if the Israeli government knew what was coming, was going to be what it was, they would not have let something happen. But if they knew something small was coming, and could have retained power and helped them affect their ends,
Right.
I could see
Yeah.
that. Because
Yeah.
the Netanyahu government is very right wing. It's banded together with religious groups that want all of the land and are going to go make settlements. And Netanyahu, for the past 15 years, essentially, has supported that. And that's why there's been a lot of political strife in Israel internally. But they threw it to the wayside so that they can, fight a war. But sorry, I got lost. I don't remember what my point was.
This dude's a smart guy.
Yeah, he's got a lot more brains than probably most of the people I know, to tell you the truth.
Well, we all have to have that one really smart friend, so.
That's right. We got him. He's gonna tell me about my eyes here in a little bit because I'm gonna ask him a question about them.
But yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I think the reality is there's nothing wrong with having a stance that you don't think America should be sending our own people and our own treasure and any of that over there. But I don't personally see anything morally wrong with the Israelis attacking and wiping out Hamas, despite the civilian casualties that it will lead to.
Yeah, which sucks.
Because I blame the largest people responsible for that as Hamas themselves. And
100%.
I personally think that it's in our geostrategical interest to tell the world that we support or that we are against Iranian proxies at bare minimum.
Yeah.
So, look, the reason I was opposed to Ukraine is because I didn't think Ukraine could turn into a larger war that would affect things outside of it locally. Ukraine is not part of NATO. It is a corrupt as all fuck country. It did not
is
have a
corrupt
functional
as fuck.
military.
Yeah.
I mean, look, we saw weapons that were likely from Ukraine, our weapons, show up in Gaza with Hamas. So, like,
Yep.
yeah, I mean, it's corrupt as fuck country. Like, I don't think if Ukraine was taken over by Russia, then, like, Europe would have fallen. I think that the surrounding countries would have, you know, built up military like crazy, and Russia would have not had a choice but to stop because it wasn't going to fuck with the United States and NATO and then the United States.
Yeah.
But I don't think that Iran gives a fuck, and I think they see weakness because, like, we don't understand how Middle Easterners work. Like, you know, these Islamists in the Middle East, they're tribal. They care more about their religious beliefs than they do about like their children's happiness. I mean,
Yep.
I don't know if you've been paying attention to what I've been posting in the Discord, but it's a lot of gross shit, gutter. But one of the things I did post was a bunch of Hamas and PLO television. And it's all about hating the Jews and hating the West, celebrating things like 9/11. You know, these are the things that people believe in. Yeah, and look, Damon, I can totally see how people can become radicalized living in one of those places. I don't disagree with you, but here's the thing. The history of that region is not that of an open-air prison created by the Israelis. It's if you want to call it that, an open-air prison created by the Egyptians that the Egyptians saddled on the Israelis and refused to take back. There's a crossing that's been there since the beginning of Gaza being created called the Rafah crossing into Egypt. It was closed during the entirety of this. It was bombed by the Israelis near some tunnels. But there are lines and lines of trucks waiting to bring humanitarian aid into or allow refugees out. But Egypt won't open the border. Why doesn't Egypt want these people? I thought these were their brothers. I thought these were their Arab brothers. They don't want them. Why does Jordan not want them? Why does Lebanon not want them? Why does Syria not want them? Why does Saudi Arabia not want them? Why does no one else want them? Think about that for a few minutes. Yank, I'm 33.
I'm 39.
I'm 39.
Yeah, but you really
Yeah.
are 39.
Bobby, I don't think any of these arguments about, the Bible says the Jews were there first matters, even if history somewhat corroborates that. There have been Jews there the whole time. There have been Arabs there the whole time. It wasn't a nation until the British showed up and made it a nation. Yeah, and Israel has told people where to go to not get bombed, and Hamas has attacked them along the way. There was a caravan a few days ago, Damon, that was attacked by Hamas by what's likely a road bomb. The NATO, the UN, the United States, all the Western nations have put out reports very clearly stating that Hamas uses their people as a human shield, that they are breaking war crimes by doing so, that they are not freedom fighters, that they are the duly elected government, even if I question that, of Gaza, and that aid that is going to them is being not used for their people to build anything for them, but to build more military. They told them to go to the southern portion of Gaza. They didn't tell them to go to the Rafah crossing because the Rafah crossing was closed. They told them to go to the portions where they sent power back to, or not power, but water back to, the southern portion. They may have bombed a hospital today. I don't know. I'm waiting to see all the information that comes out about it. They're saying they didn't. There are some people saying they did. There's some people saying they didn't. It's hard to say. Look, the fog of war is great, and we'll know more as things go on. But I've seen the video that's been put out. I don't think that type of injuries in that hospital that they're showing afterwards indicate that there were 500 people killed and subsequently that, 2 to 3 times that injured, because that's what you see in those kinds of things. And not to mention, there's no reports that I've seen in any of the Middle Eastern like telegrams or any of that kind of stuff that I've been following that suggests that the hospitals and the UN hospitals and things in that area have had a huge influx of people. I saw the video. I believe it was bombed. I don't know that the reports surrounding it are accurate.
It wouldn't surprise me if they weren't.
Just like when they initially reported the car bombing on the caravan trying to leave Israel or trying to leave Gaza for it took 24 hours for the reporting to come out and to show that that wasn't the case and that it wasn't an Israeli rocket attack, that it was more likely than not car bombing by Hamas. There are recordings from this of, Israeli intelligence people on the phone with people in Gaza trying to tell them to get out, and people saying that they're being stopped by Hamas. I mean, it's in Hamas's, advantage to get people killed and to keep them there. And if Israel really did want to just genocide these people, it has the ability to, wipe them all out. It wouldn't tell them to leave. It would tell them to leave and then bomb where they're congregating, as opposed to, bombs that are in similar areas. It's known for years that Israel does the knock bomb thing. It drops leaflets, it sends text messages, it drops phone calls. This is not a new thing. And the reality is when the U.S. went into Afghanistan and Iraq, you had 200 or 250,000 civilian deaths. This is war. I'm sorry, two sides have unequal as the West perceives it. But I'm just saying, that's my perspective.
It's a good perspective.
Hi, Chris.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason people need to pick sides. Clearly, I won't lie. I have a side on this, but I have multiple siblings that are fighting for Israel because they've made that choice that that's their country. I lived there for 6 months and decided, you know what, I'm American. I need a cheeseburger and a beer, America. I want some guns back. But, as a Jew, it's very hard to not see the reason why a country like Israel, regardless of where it is an important thing, because Jews have been, and look, if you want to argue this back until ancient times, but at least in the modern era, have in a lot of societies they've lived in been, extremely persecuted. And I think that there's a value as a Jew of having a place that's owned and run and protected by Jews. Just like every other ethnicity should be able to have their own state. I don't know what exactly Yankee is responding to, just my general perspective. That Israel couldn't or wouldn't wipe out all of Gaza because they'd be in war with they're basically at war with Hezbollah's attacking them. I'm saying militarily they could if they really wanted to. If all they wanted to do was genocide Palestinians, they could. But Israel has given back land. Look, so here's why America, at least to this day, still gives financial support to Israel on some level. So in 1967, Israel took over the Sinai Desert. And in the Oslo Accords, the Sinai Desert has oil. So in the Oslo Accords, Israel agreed to make peace with Egypt, and in doing so, they signed over land for peace. They gave back the entirety of the Sinai Desert, and they tried to give back Gaza, but Egypt didn't want Gaza, but they were happy to take back the oil wells in the Sinai. So to make it happen, the Americans told Israel we would continue to send them, money for oil, basically. So, that's part of how we, tied ourselves in long term to sending money to Israel. Be it right, be it wrong. I'm not trying to make a moral argument on it in any way. I'm just laying out what the history there is.
Remind me to never argue with this guy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm better than Palestinians if you're talking to me, Damon. I'm not saying Jews are better than Palestinians. All I'm saying is that, the ideology that is being expressed by the Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank is terrible. And if you look at polling of those people, a large percentage of those people support Hamas. In the West Bank, it's depending on polling around 2/3, and in the Gaza, it's relatively similar as well.
Yank, your eyeball's gonna fall out.
I'm just trying to be open and honest and not lie about my perspectives on things. There's, I try and be equal in what I've shared in Discord, but I will make a moral stand when I believe there is one to be made. And I think that morally there is a stance to make here. I think there's a difference between supporting people that have spent the past 75 years trying to build a country for their people versus supporting or not condemning people who have made their only ideology to wipe out certain people and hate certain people. Just like I would think there's a difference between condemning the KKK, because they're a bunch of, racist rednecks versus me being like, oh, look, all rednecks are racist.
Yeah, I'm a redneck and I'm not racist.
Yeah, I don't think I'm racist. And I'm definitely a redneck.
I mean, look, I think the other thing is I think it's naive to say that any of us are not biased on some level. We might not have the same biases, but anybody, because of being human, we express biases. Even if your bias is American and you're saying, fuck all these other people and I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I am. I'm biased to America. Thank you very much. We come first and then the rest.
That's the way it should be. We've got fucking veterans that are homeless and sleeping on the streets and shit.
Yep.
We need to take
We
care of our own first.
Yeah.
Our own backyard needs to be clean before we try and clean anybody else's.
And also, the other thing I'll add is, Yank, you can go look up any of the history I'm talking. It's all, you can look it up on Wikipedia. It's not like it's hidden shit or like, some secret stuff. It's actual, like, the history of the region.
I'm with Kaylin.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look, the only person I really like is my dog. Everyone else can go fuck themselves.
There you go. That's right. See? David said he's a bigot, not a racist.
You're good,
yeah,
Yank.
it's not our circus. It's not our monkeys. Don't fucking take our monkeys over there. Just leave us here and we'd be good. Okay? We got enough shit going on.
Yep.
That's how I feel about it. Even with all the explanations, and this of course could be the whole, as you said, bias thing of, I just don't think that there's not a good enough reason for us to be going there and dealing with any of that shit when we got all the problems that we got going on right here. And we got a shit ton. Start with just the fucking border. Let's just start there.
Is your issue, like, what specifically have we done there that bothers you beyond Biden, who is a figurehead at best, showing his face and making some handshakes, and them sending a few thousand, like, National Guardsmen or whatever, or, people as healthcare to support, like, their Red Cross or whatever is what I was reading the article saying.
Because I think it stirs the pot. We don't need to be in the middle of that shit. It's like two biker gangs going at it, and you come in the middle of it. You ain't got a dog in the fight at all, but now all of a sudden you go in there and you think you're gonna fucking get the peace. So you're an idiot. You ain't gonna get the peace. You're going down.
He's not trying to go there to make peace. And B, it surprises me that you're more bothered by him going there and these 2,000 troops than us sending a naval group to the Eastern Mediterranean.
Yeah.
I don't want none of it. But again, I still don't want this. My whole point to this was not all the other shit, Arby. My whole subject of this was Israel, this whole thing with Israel and him going there and the 200 troops and all, or the 2,000 troops and all of that shit. It wasn't any of the other shit. So yes, I know there's lots of other shit going on, but the bottom line is our country, we are fucking sinking fast. And he's worried about all this other shit. He's taking his time to go over there. His best bet is to just go back in his dementia ward and sit there until his time is up. That's what he should fucking do. And no, we shouldn't be sending anybody over there. We have no business doing that shit. Those 2,000 fucking troops should be at the fucking border and keeping those dirty cocksucking fucking illegals out of our fucking country. I'm sick of paying for them. There.
Don't sugarcoat it, Gutter. Don't sugarcoat it. Tell us how you really feel.
Mm. So
My
that's
thing with
my
the.
whole point
Oh,
to it.
sorry.
I don't think the one and the other have anything to do with each other. I don't think our ability to interface with the rest of the world in geopolitics has anything to do with our ability to defend the border. But I do agree with you wholeheartedly that he should send as many soldiers as he sends to another country that is not just like a standard base, that sits there, but to like some active incident like this, he should send 3 times the amount to the southern border. Like,
Yeah, there's fucking none.
No, but I agree with you. We should protect the southern border, but I don't think those two have anything to do with each other. Like, I mean, did you care when Trump went to North Korea or when he went to visit like anywhere else?
No, because the fucking wall was getting built, so I didn't give a shit.
So what you care
Well,
about?
and
is
that was
not-
just him. There was no troops,
fine, but what you care about more so is the fact that he's going and not doing the things that you care about domestically. But I don't think that a better president could do both. I think our country is capable of doing both. I think it's
we could
capable
definitely do
of
both.
existing in foreign policy, even if it means sending a few troops somewhere, sending 2,000 troops who are medical support troops to go to, another country. And look, I agree. I don't think we should be sending troops over there. Fuck the Jews in Israel. They can take care of themselves. Like, how much more
they're
can I
badasses,
explain that?
yeah.
Like, they had flights of people getting on planes to fly back so that they could go fight for them and support them and do whatever the fuck they needed to do. But we can be part of, like, we can send our naval carriers to the Middle East and we can send, officials to go pump their chests. Biden's just incapable of doing it, but we can do all that at the same time as protecting our southern border. He's just not choosing to protect our southern border because the Democrats have a policy of allowing unfettered immigration because of whatever specific reasons you want to choose that we're going to pick today for it. We all have our perspectives, but those two, I don't think are I don't think they depend on each other. Like, I think the Democrats are ignoring our domestic policy issues. He can't do one thing at once. He can sniff little girls, he can eat ice cream, and he can
So that's why I
cash the
think
checks that his
with the
corrupt as
border.
fuck cokehead of a son is bringing him from China and Ukraine. Those are the 3 things he's capable of doing. He ain't capable of doing fuck all else.
True. Very true. But I still think that he shouldn't be there. That's exactly what I think. And I mean, and I understand all the other shit. Oh yeah, he needs to take part in this. It's a PR stunt, blah, 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 blah. I don't give a shit about that. That's half the fucking problem with the politicians. That's the kind of shit they're worried about instead of what's really fucking going on in our country.
I agree with you. And I think the 2 things that we should be doing are that carrier group should sit in the Eastern, Mediterranean telling Iran to sit the fuck down. And we should supply the Israelis with weapons because we can make money off of it. We want to let the, military industrial complex
I think that right there, you're
run it.
selling your soul to the devil. Right there. We can make money off of it. So let's sell them weapons. Fuck that. Find your own goddamn weapons. Fight your own goddamn battles. You ain't getting our weapons. You ain't getting shit. Do your shit. Get it over with. We don't care what you do. Blow each other up. Whatever you got to do. We're not in the middle of it. And no, you don't get our shit. You definitely don't get our fucking weapons. No.
Yep. And let's back out of NATO and let's, build a big wall and let's just ignore the rest of the world.
Fuck yeah,
and
you're
stare at
learning
our own
our
assholes. And when a third of the country is an Islamic caliphate and all of Europe is an Islamic caliphate, and when China runs the Southeast Asia and all of, that area, and we have enemies at our borders and we don't have microchips and we can't produce fuck all, and we're basically, dealing with terrorist attacks at every left and right, you'll come back and tell me I was fucking wrong.
I will tell you you're wrong. No, fuck, I'll tell you you're wrong right now. I still believe you're
Well,
fucking wrong.
that's another thing that we need to start doing is making our own fucking microchips. We shouldn't be relying on one fucking place to do it. Because if and when China attacks them, we're gonna be fucked for microchips. So we do need to start making our own. But anyway,
We need to become independent instead of relying on all these.
yeah,
other
like we were with our fucking gas and oil. We were fucking independent for a little while, and we have the ability to do it. Yeah. And then who fucking reversed it? And yeah. Anyway, to talk to Chris Bull's comment earlier about people going back to Mexico with Christmas and stuff, that's 100% facts. 100%. They get a free flight back, and then they just come back over when the holidays are over.
Yep.
But anyway, those are my 2 cents.
I'm flipping through the comments here. Women are too emotional. Yeah, I am very emotional, dude. Do not piss me off. Let's just say when shit comes to shove, I'll be the first one through my ammo.
Fly just posted that he's fine with them buying our weapons with their money as long as the weapons are accounted for. I don't know if he's talking about Israel or somewhere else, but I think we should stop sending a lot of the money we send overseas. Like, why the fuck are we sending money to the Taliban for like girl shit? Like the Taliban, they don't care about girls. They're like, thanks for the money, bro. Like, why are we sending money to other countries to protect their borders when we can't protect ours? And there's
look how much money we give NATO. We fund the majority of fucking NATO. How many countries are in NATO? Why can't they fucking pay some more?
We need Russia to be a little more aggressive and scare some more of those countries into spending their own damn money.
No, I don't want to sell them anything. I don't want to sell them anything. I don't. They will end up turning on us, and those weapons we sell them, they'll come back to take us out in the end. Fuck that. No.
Israel's not going to turn on us.
You think Israel's going to turn on us?
Maybe.
No.
Why? No. Hold on. Let's explore this. Why do you think this, Gutter?
Because right now, right is wrong and wrong is right, and nothing makes fucking sense, Arby. Nothing makes sense anymore. So to say that Israel will never turn on us, you don't fucking know that.
Yeah,
that'd be the worst mistake they ever made.
I'm sure it would be.
I know about them attacking that ship. I'm well aware of that, and I'm well aware of the people that bring up the Israelis that were caught around 9/11. I'm well aware of those two things. But again, if we all believe that 9/11 was probably an inside job, I very much believe the Israelis were part of that being an inside job if we want to go there.
I disagree with Bobby.
I don't think the reason I don't think you would see Israel as a country attacking America as a country is because I don't think Israel has aspirational goals outside of Israel. Its military also is not purpose-built. Its military is purpose-built to fight Hamas. It's not an Hezbollah. It's not built to function far outside of its borders.
Hi, Mishka.
Like America's military.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey.
I just want to jump in, and I don't know, I'm not as eloquent as RB. Okay. But Hamas, whatever they are, okay?
Hummus.
Yeah, thank you. They want us all dead. They want every single one of us dead. So if Israel loses, they're coming from us. And yes, maybe I'm a little more sensitive than anybody because I was in the Trade Center. So I've seen destruction to which I can never get out of my head. And yes, the border is fucked. Everything is screwed up. I don't think we should give $1 to anybody. Did you see the whole planet give any money to Hawaii? But that's what we do. But if we lose this Middle Eastern thing, they will be at our doorstep tomorrow. And I pray that none of you have to see what I saw. And It's sad. Unfortunately, we have a total asshole as a president. And yes, I wish Trump was here today or somebody other than President Houseplant, as Wasp says. But right now, we have to deal what we have to do. And I just want us all to be safe. So it's crazy. And yes, I don't believe that Israel, well, never say never, but I would bet money that they wouldn't turn on us. We would have to really fuck them bad for them to turn on us. And just to let you know, and I could be corrected, but we loan all these countries thousands, billions of dollars. Israel always pays their note. So anyway, that's my 2 cents.
Look, all governments do bad things, Yank. We know the U.S. government does. We know the U.S. government likely started Vietnam with a false flag attack on our own ships. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not putting it past any government to do bad. I know for a fact that there are instances where Israel has, as a government, done bad things to its allies. I know facts when America has done bad things to its allies. I know of facts when Israel has done bad things to Palestinians. We all do bad things. I just think as a whole, the Israeli people, just like the American people, have similar values in that they want to see better futures for their children than they had for themselves. And I think that when you have a democratic country that has a populace that those are their core beliefs, you will see general positive things come from those people. Now, does that get corrupted? Do I think that's gotten corrupted in the United States? Yes, I do. I think it's easy for democracy to become corrupted. And, as our forefathers said, the whatever the Constitution or the whatnot needs to the blood of patriots needs to be renewed. I can't remember the exact wording. I could look it up. I'm not good with that kind of stuff. But my point is that I think the character of the people will dictate the type of governments that will exist, and that's why I don't think, as a whole, you would ever see the kind of things that you see from terrorists attacking Israel from Israel attacking the United States or the West. Because I do think at its core it is a Western country, even if it is a religious country full of ethnic Jews also.
Sorry. Yank, he's in the comments. I think he might jump on here, man. You keep stirring him up.
I just want to see his beard.
You just want to stroke it. Don't lie.
I mean, look, Yank, I don't think it's a complete, fine, all right, I'll give it to you. It is somewhat of a false equivalency argument, but I do think it's relevant because we're talking about how governments function. And if you expect Israel to answer for those kinds of things, then you need every country that has done anything like that we're aware of to answer for it. And if that's the reason why we can't trust Israel, then I think there's a lot of countries we can't trust, let alone our own government. Oh shit, wait, I'm arguing also that we shouldn't trust our own fucking government. Oh, god damn it. You got me there, Yankee. I guess I'm one of you now. No, I mean, I like I say, those are my perspectives on it. I don't think dual citizenship should be a thing. If I had to, I made the choice. I'm chose to come back to the United States, unlike my siblings who stayed in Israel. And if I was told I had to give up one of my citizenships, as much as I fucking hate the direction our country is gone and is going, I would give up my Israeli citizenship.
Yeah.
David wants to know what Yank thinks is the best solution.
So that's a good question. I always wonder what people's thoughts are as to solving it. Because I don't see a big difference between saying, well, let them fucking do their thing, we'll ignore it, and let them do their thing and we'll fucking make some money off it while we're at it. Like, fuck it, what do we care? If we're ignoring it anyways, who gives a shit? I like money. And I don't particularly see how that's selling yourself out.
Yeah. Well, I'm totally okay with selling them weapons because it makes us some money and shit. But I can kind of understand what Gutter says though, because look at fucking Afghanistan. When they were fighting Russia, we were in there, we armed them all, and then fucking 20 years later, we were fighting them. So,
But again,
I don't think it would happen with Israel, though. I don't think so.
Like I was describing before, I think there's a core difference between the type of people that live in Israel and make up the Israeli voting populace and whatnot than the Afghani people. The Taliban had no problem. They're like the Palestinians in the Middle East. They're like the Iranians. They're like the Jordanians and the Lebanese and the Syrians and whatnot. They don't give a shit. They'll go live in a fucking hole in the ground for 25, for 30, for 40 years. They don't care. They'll die. They're kids, but they want to live. These Islamists believe in the caliphate, the Muslim caliphate that controls everything. There was a guy in Canada who I saw being interviewed at a pro-Palestinian protest, and he was like, "Well, I stood there and I let them I stood there and took my citizen's oath, but I didn't actually say it. It was their job to make me say it, but they didn't make me say it. I'm actually, they should really kick me out, but I'm really just, aligned to Allah, and I want a caliphate. I don't believe in any of this Western stuff, but it's on you. You didn't make me say it. You didn't make me kneel before your, constitution." That's the way they believe. So, Yankee, you want to give the Arabs or let them develop nukes. You want, Iran to have some nukes. What do you think is going to happen when Iran has nukes? How long do you think once they're done nuking, Israel, they're gonna say, "Hey, America, okay, we're good, we're done. Don't worry about it."
I feel like Yank was being a smartass when he said that.
No, he said this before. He said that we should just let both sides apocalypse each other. But once nukes start getting sent, it doesn't stop there. It doesn't. You think if Iran nukes Israel and Israel nukes Iran, that somebody else doesn't get caught in crossfire and suddenly we got nuclear apocalypse?
Pretty much. That's what would happen.
No, Jews don't want to see an apocalypse. There are some Jews that believe the Messiah has to come and some crazy shit. They're the ones that think Israel needs to be destroyed.
Fucking fly crew.
Look, everybody needs a nuke, okay? That's if I rewrote the Constitution, it would say pocket nuke for every adult American.
That's right.
You think you have a gun?
God, bar fights would be lit.
Nobody, I'll tell you what, man. There'd be a lot less fucking fights, I bet.
I give it 5 minutes before every inner city is just done, gone.
Yank's
blown
number
off
one,
the face of the earth.
Yank's number one mission is to take all the grandmothers out first.
That's right. He said it a million times.
Well, the Chinese
can't take my grandma out. She's already gone.
He already took her out.
No, the Jews don't believe in rebuilding the third temple. They believe that the Messiah has to come first. But, dude, it's very non-specific stuff that most religious Jews don't even think about or care about or discuss or believe in. Yank asked if the Jews believe in wanting, or whatever, they want to rebuild the temple, the third temple. But yeah, the Messiah is supposed to come first. I like I say, it's not something that's very deeply ingrained in the vast majority of Jewish life, and it has nothing to do with the state of Israel. The Zionist movement has a lot more to do with the pogroms of Poland and Eastern Europe of the 1800s than any religious Judaism. The Zionists were not religious originally. Like the original Zionists were not religious people, but they saw the pogroms going on and they realized with the history of how things had been that the Jews needed a state of their own. They needed a military of their own. They needed a place of their own. They couldn't live with other people because they were constantly being attacked. That was their perspective, but they weren't religious. There were some within them that were making the religious argument that it had to be, the historic state of Israel. But there were a decent number of them that were like, fuck it, we don't give a shit. We'll take Argentina the chunk of Argentina that, you know, was being floated at one point. Where would the Nazis have run to if the Jews were in Argentina?
That's a good question. But I got to get out of here, Gutters. I got to go make dinner. But thanks for letting me up. And Arby, you're a very smart man, and I enjoyed actually talking to you and listening. And was it Mishka? Nice to meet you. And I
Same
will
here.
see you guys later.
Thanks for
Bye, guys.
coming on, Harley.
No problem. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Take care, man. Look, Yankee, I disagree. They have openly said themselves, like the leaders of Hamas have talked about how they don't care about their daughters dying as long as Jews die. Like, it's more important to them that Jews die. They've openly said to the Israelis in a statement, the reason you're going to lose and we're going to win is because you care about life and we care about death. Like, they openly tell you how they think. Their religion openly tells you how they think. I'm not making this shit up. I'm not just saying this. Like, I'm repeating back what they are telling me.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Fly Crew. It's very telling when, you know, you have to develop. Well, look, they didn't even have to develop Iron Dome at first. First, they had the first Intifada and the second Intifada. They had years of terrorist attacks and bombings that they had to deal with, and they built a wall around Gaza when they pulled out. That's when the rocket attacks started, you know, in high gear. That's when they needed to develop Iron Dome. But yeah, I agree. You have to. It's telling when you have to develop Iron Dome just to live with your neighbors.
Hi, Art.
No, we need a border wall. We need an actually protected border. I don't care, a wall or whatnot. But we need a goddamn border that works. Now, I'm not so anti-immigration. I'm okay with it if it's stuff we need, but let's get the border closed, figure it all out, and go from there. But I don't think we're in desperately need of a Iron Dome.
I don't understand why all those governors just don't close up their own border and tell the government to go bleep themselves.
That's what Texas was trying to do, but the U.S. government has been stopping them. Remember, they put up that floating barrier thing.
Yeah, but that's a barrier. I'm talking about everybody with a gun or whatever. Just get on the border and close it down. Whether it's
I'm with Bobby. Let's go catapults.
Yeah, that's
just launch people back out.
Launch tons of bitches back over the fence. I'm good
Bobby,
with that.
I'm in.
They do it with pumpkins all the time. There's no reason they can't do it with an illegal.
That would be such a great reality show, right?
Dude, I'm telling
How many
you know how they do the
illegal
OMAC?
aliens could you get over the border in an hour?
Dude, they have no problem doing OMAC stampedes where they put Indians on these horses and have them go down this really steep, really steep hill and run into this across this river to the other side. And it's like a big race. I'm telling you, I think it's no different than catapulting them across the fence. Same shit. You're not doing it to horses. You're doing it to people.
Exactly.
Makes perfect sense to me. Texas tries. No, they don't. They do not try. They open the fucking gate and let them in a bus, and then they ship their asses further into the U.S. That ain't trying.
As long as they're shipping them to New York, I'm happy.
No, I do not want them in the U.S. at all. Get them out.
I'm just joking. Oh, I didn't mean to. I was just joking.
Get me going, Jesus.
No, I actually wrote our beloved mayor And I said, hey, you got what you asked for. You're a sanctuary city.
Yep.
And now you're on a watch list.
And proud of it.
There you go. Fuck them.
ZD was asking me how they think that Israel's intelligence failed. So I've been talking to a few people about this from Israel, and looking at some intelligence analyst people. But they basically were saying that in the past few years, Israel has heavily invested in electronic surveillance and diminished their presence of troops on the border significantly. And so Hamas has been planning this attack for about 2 years. There was a video, I can repost it, that I
Bobby.
posted in the Discord. But yeah, so there's a video I posted that goes through it all, but I can repost it. But essentially Hamas planned this for like 2 years, and they did a really good job of like using drones to drop bombs and stuff onto the surveillance towers to destroy them all right at about the same time to cut Israel's surveillance. What I don't have a good answer for, and nobody kind of does at this point, is why it took
Catapult.
Israel 5 or 6 hours to really respond, with its actual military, instead of just small groups of people that were kind of responding on their own. But the suggestions I've seen about that is because of the intelligence being knocked down, Israeli, Central Command thought it was a massive, like a much larger attack. And so they ordered, or were having the major cities be protected before they sent people down to the coast. But yeah, Israel's prepared for rockets. So their border wall fly has like sensors on it for vibration. It's like dug under. It has to stop tunneling. It's got automated gun turrets. Hamas released video of them training to do what they did and doing what they actually did, where they flew drones over and they dropped them. Like, one of the things that Israel didn't do is learn from what was going on in Ukraine with cheap drones, which have been taking out tanks all over Ukraine. That's how Israel's tanks were taken out on the border, is they just flew over them and dropped grenades down on them and blew up the engines. I don't know if you were here at the beginning, ZD, but I did say there was an intelligence failure also, and I think that a portion of it could potentially have very well been, allowed to happen in a false flag style attack to allow for them to, fight it out. I could easily see. It wouldn't be hard to convince me because of Netanyahu's, stance about the Palestinians, of him, recognizing his time in government is coming to an end, and him wanting one last hurrah to set up Israel as having all of the land, because he clearly seems to be gravitated towards that idea, with the far right parties that he's catered to. So yeah, I mean, I can totally see how a portion of it could be, but I don't know for sure. I'm just telling you what I know about what, the military failures that they were talking about are, which it could be a whole mixture of all of them, I suspect.
Guys, I'm going to jump off and let somebody else in.
Yeah, take care.
I'm glad you came on, Mishka.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Annie.
Yeah, I don't mean to monopolize, and
You're fine.
It's just answering questions in the chat. Other people can talk if they want.
Nope, I think everybody is sucking all the information in.
Yeah, I mean, look, again, I do think there is an argument to be made, and it's legitimate, that Israel has dealt with the Palestinians in the West Bank horribly and has created their own worst enemies. Israel had a hand in, just like the CIA had a hand in creating Al-Qaeda and all those, groups. Israel and the CIA both had a hand in creating Hamas. They thought that it would be a, balancing for the, more middle of the road kind of Palestinians, and give them something to fight in themselves and not focus on Israel, was the general theory. Yeah, in 2005, Israel decided to leave Gaza, and just they were done with an occupation, and they said, "Fuck it, what we're gonna do is let you guys rule yourselves. We're leaving." They built they started building a wall, but they pulled 8,000 ish Jews from their homes along the border and in Gaza. Like video, there's pictures of Israeli soldiers dragging Jewish people from their homes and burning their houses to the ground. They oh my god, it's so weird. He's like licking the shit out of himself. But they put up a border wall that they were building until I think 2015ish, something like that was when they finished it. This massive border wall, 2017, something like that. So yeah, I mean there used to be Jews there, but there aren't anymore. And since 2005, the U.S., the West, has sent a ton of aid to Gaza. Israel has, like I was saying before, given them most of their power and water and all that kind of stuff. Yes, Israel has, closed their border on their end. Egypt closed their border too. I wonder why they did that. But Egypt decided to do it in 2005 also. But yeah, so, essentially Gaza has been ruled by the Palestinians since. There have been a few times where, for different reasons, Israel has attacked, and gone in with a ground invasion for a specific reason for a short period of time. Or, shot rockets and stuff in to try and blow up stuff in there.
He's tearing something up.
He's licking his own paw.
Oh, jeez.
He licks his paws and goes nuts. Yeah, I know. I don't get it. And it doesn't he doesn't do it enough that it causes him problems. But if he finishes chewing on his bone, he's got to clean every little bit out from between his paws and goes crazy with it. Sometimes to the point that he has to stop and take a few deep breaths and catch his breath before he goes back in for more. I hear it was
Dude, he's all good by himself. He doesn't need a friend. Oh shit. I gotta go all the way back up to the top.
I mean, where the second, anybody in chat know where outside of the West, where the largest place for transgender surgery is? I think it might be second largest in the world from what I was reading, but I can't remember if it's second or whatnot. But yeah, one of the other places outside the US that's very big for transgendered surgery. Anyone have a wild guess?
Mexico.
No. Anybody in chat have a guess? All right, fine. Nobody wants to play the game. Iran.
Nobody. Really?
Really. Because in Iran, you can't be gay, but being transgender is okay. Because then you're not, doing the sodomy thing or whatever.
Well, and they can just be little brown machines, right?
Yeah, forced. 100%.
Little brown fucking machines. Give me your
whatever. I'm pretty sure in a lot of those countries, there's some child, rape and shit that goes on too.
Yeah.
They're, you live in a cave, you do cave people things.
No. I draw the line. I'm telling you. There's a line.
That's it. I got her on board. She wants to nuke them all. Let's do it.
That's right.
They stamped it. All I had to give you the answer is that they did all the kids.
Nuke them all. I cannot believe the whole thing when God just came back and went, you know what? Fuck this, man. Take it all out. Just start over. Sick box.
Oh, now I like this one from Yank.
What'd he say?
Yeah, there's some real tall buildings. Let's start kicking. Sparta them all. Oh.
I'm trying to find it. Where did it go? Oh, hide current comment. Thank you. There. Okay. Hi, nobody. AKA Rowdy.
Yeah, ZD, is that in the West Bank or in Gaza? Also, ZD, while you're at it, look up what percentage of Israel's population is Arab. Do me a favor real quick.
Are you going, Scrappy? Good night.
Yeah, because I'm curious if it includes what it includes as Palestine, because there are Christians that live in some of the West Bank cities, but I'm not well aware of a lot of Christianity going on in Gaza. But seriously, just out of curiosity, what percentage of the Israeli citizens are Arab?
Hey, Bill. Exterior builds in the house.
Good night, AMC.
Good night, AMC. Thank you for coming or smiling a lot.
But yeah, I'll just answer. I'll get at what I'm getting at instead of being an asshole. So ZD, 20% about of the Israeli population is Arab. There's Arab Supreme Court justice. There's Arab parties in the government. There's a member of their parliament, of their Knesset, who's an Arab who was sent to prison, went to jail for terrorism charges at one point, and was, ultimately, after he got out, went into politics and is now serving as a member of parliament in an Arab party. Like, the diversity of Israel is significantly more than the diversity of
I'm sorry, that was fucking hilarious. Fucking Bobby.
a lot more liberal, It's like
This is why we can't have nice things. It's because of Bobby. See? It's because of Bobby. Proud nonsense. Thank you, nobody. It needs dyed.
I can't. Where did somebody delete ZD's comment? I can't see. I don't see the one where she put that you popped up. Weird. With the stats. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be condescending and say you were taking too long.
Said bombers. Oh yeah, I popped it up there.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't see it on my end, but that's okay.
I think she said both, didn't she?
Oh, because mine switched from live chat to top chat for some reason. It must have reloaded.
Oh, I hate it when it does that.
I see. My bad.
Fuck. Here we go.
That's so weird. For me, the top chat basically had everything else except that one. ZD, top chat doesn't like you.
Yeah. What the hell? La 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 la. Fuck.
Look, the problem with gay suicide bombers is you can see them from like a mile away because they come prancing at you, skipping and hopping.
That's weird. I was always subscribed to Mishka. I could have swore. And it just said, fuck you. And it just said I wasn't. And so I had to subscribe to her again. Fucking CommieTube.
I should probably get going pretty soon. I'm planning on getting up early to go to the gym in the morning.
All right. Well, I'm glad you came on.
Yeah, of course.
We killed almost 2.5 hours. So
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll have to do this again when Yank is more interested in, showing his face if he's able to, so that he doesn't have to type and he can yell at me that I don't know what I'm doing, but I don't know what I'm talking about, and that whatever else. Let them all nuke each other.
yeah, it's much easier if he can yell it versus text it.
All right. Have a good night.
Thanks for coming on, Arby. You have a good night too. Good night, Justine. Thank you for coming or smiling a lot. Careful, eye patch over there. May still have his aim and eye. Oh, good night, Joe. Before your head explodes, we don't want that to happen. Now tell us about your RV so we can all decompress. Okay, I will. So, y'all would be so proud of me. I got up on, we realized, hi, Amanda. We realized that all we needed was some Dicor. So we took the Dicor and I took Goof Off and I wiped everything off around the sunroof, and I went around anything that had any type of cracks or it looked like the Dicor was old. I took and wiped it all off, and then I took Dicor self-leveling and I squirted that shit and had super fun. It was like messing with fucking marshmallow fluff. It was so fun. Then I took the no sagging kind and did along the awning where it was leaking. So, and I also did around a couple other things. I made sure the front where the cap was, I made sure it was sealed good. And then, oh yeah, I unloaded a tube and a half on just the sunroof alone. Marvin's like, I didn't realize you were doing the whole thing. I'm like, fuck yeah, that bitch ain't leaking. It ain't going nowhere, at least until summertime when we can pull it all off and reseal it all, which is what I plan to do. I also was thinking, what do you mean? There's nothing to jump through to come on. Get your ass on here, Yank. So I got up on the roof and did that myself. And then Marvin finally figured out where the fucking batteries were in it, which we knew where the ones for the coach were, but we couldn't figure out what the ones for the chassis were. And they're in the weirdest fucking spot. You have to remove the passenger side step to get to the 2 batteries for the chassis. Is that the dumbest shit ever? I mean, and they haven't been removed in a while, because let me tell you what, Marvin still hasn't. He's used that air coil on them, and it's still not. I mean, he sprayed it again yesterday and gave it a little yank. So we're hoping over time it will come off so he can check out those batteries. We may need to get new ones. Excuse me. But so I got up there and I did all that with the leaking, and then I have been buying stuff here and there. The kids keep telling me not to buy a whole lot because Christmas is coming, and Father's Day and Mother's Day and birthdays and all that shit. So I'm trying to be careful not to spend tons on it when the kids are willing to help out with that. So it's been super fun. Just getting through all that. But right now it's curing, so we're going to give it another probably few days anyway, before I try it, because it's been wet here. So I want to make sure that it's good and cured before I put water on it. And I haven't bought any more. The only things that I did buy was I bought a dehumidifier, which they sent. I was a little pissed off. It ended up being a used one, which I was kind of pissed because that wasn't what I wanted, but that's what came. And they didn't put enough styrofoam around it. So it just was bouncing around in the fucking box the whole way here. So, of course, when I tried it, it leaked. And I even tried fucking with it a little bit to see if I could fix it. I couldn't. So it's going back and I'm getting another one. But, and then I did buy new light bulbs. Super cool. All I did was got the LED ones, and fucking took out the old ones and plugged them in it. They work so cool. But stupidest thing is they must have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 different types of light bulbs that go in that son of a bitch for different things. Oh no, it might be 7 or 8, because there's the one out. I don't know about the one on outside for the steps, and then the one for inside where the steps is, that little tiny round one. I'm not sure about it either. I got to figure out how to get that fucking thing off there. But it's been really hard to try to videotape. I need to get me like something that I can put the camera on and videotape like they did. What do you call that? Or record. What do you call that? Gimbal or something. I don't know. Anyway, that would help. But it's been super fun, and I think Marvin's enjoying tinkering on it as much as we are. The LED lights that there are 5 of them that I am going to actually replace the fixture and everything, because they've got like a yellow tint to them. And so no matter, the LED lights doesn't shine through nearly as well because it's got the yellow tint on the cover. So I want the clear ones with the bright fucking light. I don't want natural light. I want bright light. Like I want it to just damn near blow me right out of there. It's so bright. So I'm buying 5 of those, and they're only like, well, actually they're more, because if I buy the small, this is kind of my dilemma here. If I buy the ones that are only $35 and you get 5 of them in a package, and they're the fixture plus the light bulbs, they aren't as big as the ones that are on the ceiling. So when you put them up, you're going to see where the old one was. So I looked at the ones that are the same size. Holy mother of money. They want $76 for 2 of them. So that means I'm going to have to spend $150 to replace just those, which, I mean, it isn't that bad, but I'm kind of a cheap bitch, so I don't like blowing money and stuff I don't have to. So I think I'm going to put half of those on my Christmas list and then buy half of them. I don't know. I'll probably end up just buying them, but who knows? All right, what are y'all saying here? I've been jabbering and not listening. My house patio is right under the step. As you walk in, the step itself opens like a door. Yeah, ours don't. It's like a grate. It's like a black grate, and that motherfucking thing is stuck on tight. You can try again, Yank. Yep, I did. I laid down the cock like nobody's business. But let me tell you what, man, my fucking forearm is so... This 2 days later, man, my forearm is still sore. He'll be ready for a trip when he moves out. Dude, he's ready to move out. The guy running my RV fixed all the leaks and replaced my skylights. That's nice. Matthew was trying to get... He's like, well, Mom, maybe you should, like, do something with the skylight. And then I'm like, fuck, I'm ready to cover over that bitch. In fact, I talked with Marvin, and there's one roofing outfit. It's called Armor Roofing, and it's about $3,600. And they do the whole thing, and it's a lifetime warranty, and it goes with the RV. So if we sold the coach, it would go with it. And I think it's worth its weight in gold. It's no maintenance after you do it. So it's like right up my alley. So we're checking into that. I'm reading. Sorry. I 375. I've actually lost about 8 subs. I don't know what happens. I don't know if it's YouTube or, people just get pissed off because I say the wrong thing, or I don't know. Fuck it. I can't please everybody, and I'm not even going to fucking try. I can't. I'm not going to stress about it. Life's too short. And so, I mean, I love the ones that come and hang out with me. And so the ones that don't, if they choose not to, they don't have to, and it's okay. I'm good with it. I wouldn't bother with the camera, but thanks. Had this conversation once. Oh, I love it. But God damn it, RB left too, and I wanted to ask him about my eyeballs. So anyways, maybe you'll have a clue, RB, and can just put it in the comments. I have been seeing and it's not all the time, but it's happened like 3 times where I've seen it looks like a kaleidoscope. And so when I looked it up, they were like, oh, it's a sign of migraines and da-da-da-da. I've had a headache here and there, but not really migraines. No puking, no fucking none of that. Am I going to RV down at the border so I can stand and watch? No, I ain't letting those dirty fucking bastards anywhere near my RV. Just want to make sure I put you down for a slot since U.S. border states are not going to have to stop. States, yeah, no shit. Well, I don't know, but when I come to Texas, I'll be calling you, Fly, and you can just set me up with a spot. I know I need to get a dash cam, Flatty. That would be really cool because then I could do the trip and like everything that goes on, and I'm so excited. When I think about it, my heart starts to race. Tony, where have you been? That would be awesome, Bobby. You can get a hold of your buddy. That caulking that I just got. So I bought 3 tubes of self-leveling and I bought 2 tubes of no sag. And the it was $90 originally, and because I had a membership through Camping World, it gave me 10% off or something. I don't know. Anyways, I got $10 off. So I was all excited. Tony, where you been? You been getting it all shiny or what? That's the only reason the only excuse you should have. 2 days, try jerking off for 23 years. I got blackout material for all the windows. I want that bitch dark. Well, I do when I want it dark, and ours don't have the blackout things. But I have a hard time seeing as it is, and so does Marvin. And so I hate shit where I can't see very well. It drives me insane. So I got to have those LED lights. I call them LED lights. But our buddy from Alaska kept correcting me, telling him they're not LED lights, they're LEDs. Okay. Oh, hi, Pesky. How are you? I didn't get pineapple stickers for the RV, and I'm not getting pineapple stickers for the RV. Now that I know what fucking pineapples stand for, Chris, god damn it. Oh, it probably is a money pit. I don't give a fuck. It is going to make some awesome memories. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Yeah, you're probably right, Sugar Britches. It's probably all normal, but I just try not to even look at it anymore. I'm just like, whatever. Like, I looked today. I wasn't really looking, but I was trying to fucking figure out how to make sure that I had it on ultra low latency or whatever. And I seen I had 277, and you just said it was 275. So I lost another 2. I have no idea. Obviously, somebody's pissed off. I don't fuck it. Fuck it. It's probably the word game. Well. Arby, you are in chat. GG, be yourself. Go find your people. Yep, exactly. I'm not gonna try to make anybody happy. And if they don't like something that I do, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Oh, trust me, when we do go to travel, we will be making a trip through Texas too. So, and we'll have to do like a get together thing and all of us hang out. That will be fucking awesome. And then of course, when we go to Florida, we'll have a hangout. And I can't say that I'll make it to New York. I don't know. Maybe if Bobby can find me a spot that there's not a bunch of crazy shit going on. Who knows? But because I gotta tell you, New York's the last state I would probably ever think I'd want to go to. But now that Bobby's there and Miska And who else is there? SE. I'm going to go to the Discord phone chat thing. I can't get into the stream with my phone. It's not letting me in. I'll be on that Discord thing waiting for everyone. Fine. Are you telling us that we should get off here so we can hang there? Does everybody have we posted the Discord link? Tony's here. Isn't that like what he does? What have I missed? Gigi likes the lights on. Kinky. Kinda. Well, not really. I used to like the lights on. Not so much anymore. Howdy, Hal. How are ya?
What did I miss?
Oh, fucking everything. Are you just getting here?
Yeah.
Oh, we talked about all kinds of shit about Israel and Palestine, and RB knows all the good stuff, but I still disagreed because my shallow mind can only take about this much of it, and RB's got like a fucking list that's 1 billion miles long that I can't even contend with. So he outsmarts me every time I talk to him, but what can I do? I just make sure my hair's shiny.
Yeah, I still say it's not our job to police the rest of the world.
Yep. I don't think it is either. I think we need to stay the fuck out of it.
I mean, that's what the UN is for.
Yeah, or whatever. I see, that's how shallow I am. I can fucking, it goes beyond me, but I just know that we have so much shit going on right here. This is what we should be worried about.
Exactly.
So yeah.
And then now they're not just sending one carrier battle group over there. They're 2.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. I'll just stay out of it.
Yeah, I'm not equipped enough with the information for it. So I like I said, my shallow thoughts are, I'm very shallow with it, but I just know what I know, and I just believe that I shouldn't be there.
I think that's a big problem with too many people running their mouths. None of us are there. We're not seeing this. You're hearing all this second, third, fourth hand. So this happened with Ukraine. I mean, they were showing all this footage, but most of it wasn't even from there. I went back and looked at a lot of that stuff. I mean, they said Russia bombed that one hospital or whatever, and I watched the footage. The glass was blown in. They didn't bomb that place. And with as little damage that happened to that building, it was blocks away. It didn't happen there. And then other videos that I was watching, I was pausing and zooming in on the street signs. That's not even in that country. I mean, you unless you're actually there, just stay out of it.
Yeah. Yep, that's kind of how I feel about it. But I know a lot of people are, they're way more into the whole thing of, oh, he's got to go, and it's got to be good PR. Fuck that. I'm done. I'm way done with the whole PR thing. I'm way done with any of that shit. It's just they spend too much time on that kind of shit instead of dealing with the matters at hand.
I think most that are complaining here are ones that have like relatives over there. I mean, maybe they have a little bit, to be concerned
Yeah, Arby's
about.
got. I mean, Arby makes like that's why Arby makes such good points is because, you know, he has family there. It's a lot, and not just one. I mean, holy shit, 3/4 of his family's there. I think.
Yeah, see, I still have big issues with people here that have problems that admitting that they're American. They keep wanting to say they're, you know, Mexican American, you know, whatever, you know, Japanese American, you know, Russian American, Ukraine American, whatever, you know. If you were born here, you're American. That's it. You know, I mean, I guess you can say if you have a dual citizenship, then you can kind of say that,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but, you know, people claiming that they're African American, you know, I mean, I've called a lot of people out on that. I'm like, you know, I've known you for 20 years. You know, you were born here. I know your parents, they were born here. I know your grandparents, they were born here. You're not Mexican. Okay. You know, but, and actually one of my buddies that I called out on that, he was one that I was out on the road with, you know, and that actually, we were down in Florida and that actually happened. I called him out on that, you know. Whenever you want to find Ed, you just look for the herd of women and he's right in the middle of it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
this one chick asked him what he was. He's like, oh, I'm Mexican. You know, she's like, oh, okay, that's cool, you know, but a few months later, we were in Australia and we had the same situation. We had a night off. We went out and this chick asked him what he was. He's like, oh, I'm American. And I lost it. I called him out on it and I did it loud. I'm like, motherfucker, you know, 2 months ago you were Mexican. Why is it when we leave the country, all of a sudden you're American now? You know, he's like, I don't know. You know, so I just have issues with that. And you know what's another big thing that nobody is talking about? All of our politicians and that are, you know, in Washington. Somebody Google this. How many of our representatives have dual citizenships? The last time I looked about a year ago, there was about 40. That's a problem. You know, that shouldn't be able to happen. And a lot of that goes back to say something does happen, you know, and I think about a year ago, it was like once you got down, you know, you got the chain of command, you know, president, vice president, speaker, and that, and it starts going down. It was the fifth one in line had a dual citizenship. So if something were to happen and these people get moved up, that's wrong. Anybody that's in line should need to be a U.S. only citizen. Yeah, and then the bullshit now too, Biden going over there. How many people think part of his speech is going to be, you shouldn't have assault weapons. You shouldn't have magazines that carry 30 rounds. Think he's going to be saying that?
Yeah.
You know, why isn't AOC going over there telling them you know, they're prejudiced and racist because they're putting up a wall? And then one of her buddies, one of the three, whatever, you know, they've got some on both sides over there, you know, Israel and Palestine. And they have dual citizenships.
Yeah.
But I still say, just get out of there. Leave them alone. Let them do their thing. Okay, let me explain a few more things that I see some people, media and people just don't understand certain terms. Okay, I've been through the Naval Academy. I've been through War College. I graduated the academy, plans, policies, operations, weapons, and tactics, and that. And a lot of people are they're using the wrong terms, and they don't get what they're saying. This just happened recent, and I am going to stand up for Putin 1,000,000%. When they crossed over into Ukraine, and he kept saying it's not a war, he was right. It's not. Okay. It doesn't become a war until Ukraine pushes back and crosses the border again into Russia. Then it's a war. Okay, think back here to Korea, Vietnam. It was other than war for us. That's because they didn't come and put boots on the ground here. So it wasn't a war. So, too many people start saying, we're at war. Well, we're not. And even if we were to go over there, and fight with them, it's still not a war. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
You left.
No, I'm here. I thought I
Okay,
heard something. I was standing at the doorway.
Oh, I got a good
thought I
story
heard
for you.
something.
I'll tell you later. I got a good one for you. Is Amanda still here? She'll love this one. But other
I don't
terms
know.
too.
She's not.
Just simple terms. If when people say you have a problem, you may not have a problem. It might be a situation, but it's not a problem. Problems have solutions. Okay, I'll give you an example. If I was out in the field and I had to call in, my command might want to sit rep. If I say I got a problem, they'll say, okay, carry on. Okay, if I say I have a situation, they'll say, what's the sit rep? Expand. How can we help? Because if I say I have a problem, that means they know I'm already working on the solution to fix it. They don't need to get involved. But if I tell them I have a situation, they're going to help me figure it out. So when you start hearing a lot of things, unless you're actually hearing the conversation, the radio conversation between, soldiers and command and that, that's where a lot of things get misinterpreted. People get the wrong idea because, even reporters, they screw it up all the time. Did somebody find out about the dual citizenship? Did anybody look that up?
What was it? I'm sorry.
Did anybody look up how many of our representatives have dual citizenship and where is it from? Most of them are from Israel. But is Amanda still here? Did she leave? I was looking. I didn't see her comment again. Because she'll love this video. Some said 5, some said 29. I believe 29. I don't believe 5. But about a year ago, it was like 40. Okay, so I'll tell you the story since you like the Spides too. So last night the phone rings and it was Heather. She's freaking out. She's like, "You guys got to come. You got to help me kill it. There's a bug." So Perrin puts her shoes on. She goes over there. She turns on her camera real quick. Heather's standing in her bathroom with the zillion legger on the wall with her flip flops, throwing it at it. So, you know, and Perrin's like egging her on, you know, like making noises, you know, to scare her, and she's just freaking out. And you know, she keeps throwing her flip flop at it and keeps missing in that. So then Perrin's like, "Why don't you just spray it?" She's like, "Oh," you know. So that now they're spraying it and that, but it gets better. So they finally killed that thing. And this morning, about 8:30, the phone rings, and it's her again. She's like, "You got to come over. You got to help." And I'm like, "What do you need?" And she's like, you got to come over and put your hand in my boots and make sure there's no bugs in them." And I'm like, "Girl," I go, "just put your flip flops back on, and there's no bugs in your flip flops." But I got a video.
So, look, 89 of our senators and Congress hold dual citizenship with Israel.
Told you.
No, it says 89. There ain't no percentage there, Chris.
Is it 89 or 89%?
It says 89.
I mean, I'd believe that. And that's just not right.
Well, I don't see the 89%, Chris. I see it says 89 of our senators and Congress hold dual citizenship. However, then below it says no, members of Congress don't have automatic dual citizenship with Israel. We didn't say automatic. This is what I hate about fucking Googling shit anymore, because it's all just what somebody put in here. It's not like it's fucking facts. Ouch.
89% seems high. 89 seems
high.
high. I mean, what is 300? You know, 89, there's no way it's 89%. But even if it's 89 out of 300, that's a third.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that should never be allowed.
From Nexus Newsfeed, I see.
But nobody's talking about this. You know, so that kind of feeds into why a lot of this is going on, and what, you know, we're sending, you know, battle groups over there.
And that's just Israel. That's not including any of the other countries they have dual citizenships with.
Right. Well, I mean, I saw 40 before. It was like 41, 42. But, you know, 80, I don't think 89%, but if it was 89 for all other countries, you know, I mean, even look at Arnold
this is
Schwarzenegger
just saying Israel.
When Arnold Schwarzenegger was governor, I don't know what he is. I don't know if he's still, you know, if he has a dual citizenship or not. You know, because he was born in Austria. You know, but he wasn't, you know, in Congress or the Senate or, you know, the House. You know, he was a governor. You know, that's
Good
a
night,
little
Mishka.
different.
We're going to go here in a few minutes. Good night, Mishka. We've done
No,
good. We've done.
no, that's not a spider. That's one of those long. It was a couple inch long zillion leggers.
Fuck that. Burn it.
Yeah, she literally called me this morning and wanted me to go put my hands in her boots to make sure there was no spiders in it. What are they saying? 3.5, 3 3/4. What's that?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose, though, I should get this live rounded up.
Oh, I saw Yank was here too. What?
Yeah, he left.
Did he call in and say he still hasn't found the right gallon of milk yet?
Yeah, no, he didn't. He didn't say. He poked himself in the eye, so he's feeling a little under the weather.
Oh,
He was trimming some trees, and a limb came down and hit him right in his pupil. So he's hurting for certain.
I did that last year. I didn't get hit in the eye. I was wearing glasses, but like I cut myself like right in the eyebrow. I had a
Oh
pulse.
no, he sounded like it poked him right in the eyeball, right in the eye hole.
It probably would have got me if I wasn't wearing glasses, but you know, I had a pole saw, and it's like 15 foot long, and I had my arms stretched out, so it was a good 20 feet in the air. But the branch came down, and the leafy part of the branch hit the ground, and it like sprung down, and then when it came back up, it hit me. But that just bled for like 5 minutes, and it was done. He peaked in a glory. Yeah, he shouldn't have been giving blowjobs when he got poked in the eye.
Tony.
He never called me either. I thought last week he said he was going to call. I never heard from him.
He's probably been busy. I know he was whacking trees today. So, but
yeah,
anyways,
I like doing that. I like cutting trees down. I like any reason to get my saw out.
Yeah. All righty. Well, I suppose I better wrap it up and.
Need a hole in the side of your RV? I got a saw.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I just got it all sealed up, I hope. So I'm hoping it's sealed. We'll find out here in a couple days. I'll run some water on it.
Burn it down and get the insurance money.
No. I'm going to go have fun with that thing. I can't wait. I'm so excited. We are enjoying it. It's actually been fun working on even. A little scary because you don't want to fuck nothing up, but fun. So.
All right. Well,
all righty.
Maybe next week you'll be on longer.
Oh, yeah. I was on for 2.5 hours almost.
Oh, well, yeah. I usually don't get here till around 10 or so.
Yeah. I start at 5. Well, 5 my time. So.
Oh. Well, you usually start about 8 my time.
Yeah.
We are Indianapolis here. There's only a couple more miles. We're the last ones over because I'm on New York time. You know, so we're like one of the farthest ones in. You know, in the summer, 10 o'clock, the sun's still out here.
Yeah. All righty. Well, you have a good night and thank you for coming on, and we'll catch you next week.
All right. See you later.
All right. Good night. All righty, everybody. Thank you for coming. I see everybody's mostly left, so thank you for the 14 that have still stuck it out here and hung out. And you can always go to Discord. I pinned it at the top, so it'll be there for a couple more seconds. And yeah, y'all are welcome over there. And then yeah, that's where anybody that was here, that's where they'll be now. If they're out and about, they'll be on there. So thank you all for coming. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. It's been awesome. And I will see you guys either next Saturday or see you next Tuesday or around YouTube world somewhere. Talk to you later. Thanks again. Bye.